Hey, you're listening to the Friends in Austin podcast. I'm your host, Justin Talent, and every week I bring you the stories of the people of Austin. Thank you for listening.
Cause I got best laid plans and prophecies and an eagle you can pay. I got royal blood and symphonies that are running through my head. I got fields of gold that you can roll in a homemade cigarette. Might think you've seen it all, but you ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, welcome back to Friends in Austin. Today, one of my friends from my hometown, Pendleton, is here. Cody, you want to grab the mic and say hi?
Hello.
And he's got his band here. It's Alex Williams' band. Alex Williams is over here.
Hey, man.
Hey, and they're playing at Antone's tonight in Austin. I'm going to go watch them with some friends. What kind of music is it, Alex?
I would say country music is the foundation. We have some Southern rock elements, acoustic-driven stuff as well, but country music is the foundation.
Cool. And so is this the first time in Austin? First time playing in Austin?
I played here just solo acoustic at Saxon Pub last winter before, but it's been a while.
Cool. So about everybody here is from Indiana. Like I said, Cody and I went to high school together, and Cody is a drummer.
Yep, I am.
Yeah. So I figured we'd go around the table and talk about each instrument everyone plays, and then kind of when you started playing it and why, what drew you to that instrument. So I would just go ahead and pull that mic up towards you, and then you can just pass it to him.
Yeah, I'm Cody. I play drums. And,
it's a short podcast.
Yeah, my dad was a musician, and I guess just drawn to the drums. I actually tried to play guitar, and it was a lot harder, so I chose drums.
What age did you start playing?
Pretty young. We always had drums in the house and guitars and stuff. So, yeah, I think I started gigging in high school, with friends and stuff.
Yeah,
That's the deal.
I remember in middle school. Didn't I make a band website for you once?
Yeah,
Was that middle school or high school?
I don't know. It was one of the two though. Yeah,
it was blood something, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Was it Bloodroot?
Bloodroot, yeah, Bloodroot. Tim Smith and Chase Stanley and some Austin Bell.
Yeah,
was in there for a while.
Didn't you guys play Rage Cover?
Yeah, we absolutely did. I have a video of us doing that at the bowling alley when we were like 13. That's awesome. Playing Rage Against the Machine. Like we had no clue, we had no clue. We just thought it was a cool song. I'm sure it was pretty funny. A bunch of kids up there playing Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Acting like we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I won't do it. Whoa!
I was listening to that song on the trampoline when I was a kid, and I was like flipping off my dad's window at his office, and I was like, yeah. And then he looked and saw me, and he was just like, and I was like, shit, like I didn't think he was gonna see me. I'm not that tough.
And from Indiana, same town, and actually Alex is from Pendleton. Then Rye Dog from Marion. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you want to pass in the mic and say your name and.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Ryan. I'm the bass player. I'm from Marion, Indiana. Fun fact: before I ever met Cody, I played in a band with Cody's dad.
Oh no shit!
Which was pretty cool. So,
what'd your dad play?
He sang. He was
he's a singer.
Lead singer.
Okay. Cool. How long you been playing bass?
I started when I was 15, and I'm getting up there in age, so about 20 years. So yeah, it's been fun, man. I love playing and love playing in a band and making good music. So
how did you get involved in this band?
Just mutual friends, and I think I did a few fill-in gigs with Alex, and we had a good time. And I don't know, several months after that.
Desperation.
Yeah. I don't know. Several months after that, Alex called me up and he's like, "Hey, what's shaking, man?" I was like, "Hey." He goes, "Yeah, I need a bass player." I'm like, whatever, man. Like you're just pulling my leg. He's like, "No, I need a bass player." So I was like, "Yeah, right on. Count me in." So we've been trucking since, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
All right, we're gonna go on to Alex.
You know, like Cody said, we're from the same hometown in Pendleton, so we kind of met through mutual musicians in town. And the same with Ryan, yeah, we met, well, with Noah, he was playing with a guy named Josh Morningstar, and I met him. And
You met Noah first.
no. These guys are from Indiana, Ryan and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we just kind of, I don't even really remember, to be honest. We just kind of started playing together, and it was a good mix, a good combo.
When did you start playing?
I started when I was like 17 years old. I had this little shitty acoustic guitar, and I was like playing Jimmy Buffett covers like Crocodile Rock, Elton John, Bad Leroy Brown, all those tunes.
I would love to hear you do Crocodile Rock.
Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would. Really.
Please do it.
No, and I'd written this really shitty song that, I mean, anybody's first song's usually bad unless you're Towns Van Zandt or something. But my dad was like, because I'd been like privately playing this song. It was called Back to You, and he was like, he had heard me in there, and he's like, man, you gotta, try this out, this talent show. We were talking wintertainment at the high school.
Yeah.
And I did that, and back then it sounded like a dying cat. It's a little bit less of that now.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to suck less every day, that's the goal.
So did you take singing lessons ever, or you just like, we were talking about this the other day, but I was curious how people, like, some people decide that they want to sing.
Yeah, I did for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was just starting.
Did it help?
In Anderson. No,
not really.
It didn't at all.
It's not worth it.
No, it was a weird experience.
How?
There's no formal way of, unless you're being an opera singer or something.
What kind of shit did they have you do? Because like guitar, like you got your
you don't need
patterns and
training.
stuff, and you do the patterns on guitar with like, do they have you doing drills where you do weird shit with your voice when you're learning to sing or anything like that?
You mean like playing guitar and singing simultaneously?
Just the singing. Do they make you do weird shit like repetitions?
Yeah, it was one of those weird things. Yeah, he had me like stand and stare at the mirror and like watch myself. And I'm like, what
was
is
he jerking off in the corner?
Yeah, he could have been. I don't know. But I don't know what the hell. Like it has nothing to do with singing. This is like some weird showmanship, weird ritual stuff. I don't know. But either way, long story short, it didn't work out very well. So
okay.
But we've all paid our dues in different ways, and we've all kind of come together and still doing it. I mean, we never really stopped paying dues, and we've definitely learned a lot over the years, touring and writing and all that. It's a process.
Do you I know, like, for example, like Tool, I know that Justin Chancellor and Adam Jones, the guitar player, they start making the music first, and then they bring the drums in later, and then the singer puts it on last. How do you write most of your stuff, or do you guys come up and just do different ideas if you're in a jam session or something like that? Like how do you do your writing?
Yeah, usually I'll just have like kind of the really bare bones iPhone work tape or whatever that I send to the rest of the guys, and then we have this barn in town, Pendleton.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and I are from, and we just kind of flesh out all the tunes, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But usually have somewhat of a good idea that it's in. Thanks to them, because I'm super self-conscious about anything, any tune. If I have a strong opinion about a song, I'll say something, but, thanks to them, it gave us the idea to, to choose what songs were the strongest for the album and stuff. So it's helpful.
And you guys are working on a new album right now?
It's almost done.
It's almost done?
Yeah, we're just going to start mixing soon, and it's going to be out in January, I believe.
Who do you have do the mixing? Do you guys do it yourself, or do you pay somebody?
Well, this Ben Fowler engineered and produced, and he actually used to be married to a cousin of mine, so he's pretty much in the family. It was a pretty relaxing experience for all of us, I feel like.
That was great.
You know, he made us, wasn't pushing any weight around or anything, and gave us the opportunity to make it happen. So
that's
definitely
cool.
helped it along.
And yeah, speaking of family stuff and all that, so like Cody's girlfriend is your sister, and you guys met before that. Did you meet Cody first, or did?
Well, I mean, I'll take over this question, boys. No, we've known each other for, you know, I knew him long before I mean, I'm sure I met her around him, but I didn't know. And then,
were you?
But we started do what?
Were you guys sneaking around behind his back for a while?
No, no. Her and I, we started dating. It was just before I joined up with Alex, but so we were, I wasn't like the drummer, and then like we, you know, knew each other, you know, through that. We knew each other before, you know, we started playing and stuff. It actually was nice, you know. It's kind of cool to have that somebody close to home, you know.
Yeah.
When you're on the road.
Yeah.
So you guys played in Dallas.
Awesome.
You guys came down from Indiana, played in Dallas. Where'd you play in Dallas?
Lava Cantina.
Oh yeah, Lava Cantina.
Lava Cantina. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
In the Colony.
Yeah, and then you came down here, and now you're playing tonight. Tonight is Friday, July 30th. Yeah. So you guys, by the time this is out, show's over, but check out Alex Williams. Do you guys have his website?
Yeah, it's alexwilliamsofficial.com.
Okay, cool.
And we're on the socials and all that.
Yeah. And I imagine Spotify and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of tunes on there that there must be some virus going on with Spotify, but
yeah, there's
we just had a new one pop up, I think, a couple days ago.
Yeah, there's an Alex Williams from, I think it's 1970, that has 2 songs on there that
you don't remember that session.
Yeah. Alex Williams and the Mustangs, shout out.
Yeah, it's pretty great for us that we don't have to do anything, and we don't even know about the singles that we release anymore. They just kind of come out when they want to. Yeah. So
there was another
different
piano
forms
song the other day. It was came out, but no, that's all of his stuff. His first album, and then we released a single that's on there, and then the album will be on there. And
so do you guys remember? He doesn't really remember how you guys got together. I'm just curious. I don't know why about the order of this. Like, I mean,
well, we all kind of just knew. I mean, between Ryan and Cody and I, we've just kind of knew the same musicians, like locally in town, and then we just eventually
we had played a couple random gigs over the years at, you know, the bar in Pendleton.
Yeah,
and then
the Stable.
The Stable.
Yeah, and
then the blues band that I played with, a guy named Tyler Mack. We did some shows together, Alex and his band, and then we played. Bad Boy. But, you know, it was cool. You know, hometown bands. It was always fun gigs. So we knew each other from that. And then Ryan and I, we knew each other but we also were playing together at the time with the guy. And so we played together. And so it was and then I don't know where the hell Noah came from.
Yeah,
he just said, Alex says,
really
hey man, I
got
this.
Where I come from.
Yeah, hey, you got to even introduce yourself, man. We didn't even move on.
Yeah, I would turn towards that camera and get a little closer to him. And
we are going to finish the band.
The youngest member.
How old are you, Noah?
I'm 22. I'll be 23 next month.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I'm from Nortonville, Kentucky, and I ended up meeting Alex through Josh Morningstar. We did some shows together, and here I am.
Cool. Yeah. What instrument do you play?
Guitar.
Guitar?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Been playing since I was 8, and, you know, just watching CMT videos, and there's Alan Jackson. I'm like, hell yeah, this is what I want to do. Still working on it.
I feel like that's a lot of people in different things, whether it be music or some other profession, is just seeing something and being like, I could do that, and that seems fun. And that's
easier
kind
said
of
than
what you
done.
end up doing. Yeah. So, and you're in Indiana now, but you're from Kentucky?
No, I'm still in
Kentucky. Oh, you're still in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Does that make it a little hard sometimes for you guys?
No, we make it work pretty easily.
Make it work?
Yeah.
What's this barn in Pendleton that you guys play at? That sounds really fun, actually, just to be...
It's like this the town owns it, I believe, right? The park board.
You know the park in Pendleton.
Yeah, Falls Park.
Yeah, you know the secret park. or the red bar, like where we'd go play hacky sack and stuff. The big red barn back
Oh
there.
yeah. I remember a fight happening there before, and the cops came. Everyone's running away. Like,
That big red barn.
yeah. So you guys just play there, and no one cares. You just go over there and play.
Oh, they care.
We have this song where, the last line of the chorus is every motherfucker's got something to prove. And then we see, we usually there's a way that you can keep the windows open, unchain it, and it kind of, the flaps fall down, exposed to the outside, and there's kids and stuff. Like when we're out there jamming out, every motherfucker's got something to prove.
It's literally like right in the park. Like, yeah. We just
so
take over and make noise, man.
family friendly.
Yeah.
But no, I will say, like, it feels great. I mean, it all feels like a family, man. We all have I feel like the right outlook. We're on the same, not trying to speak for everybody, but it's inspiring within itself to work up new tunes and to grow musically. And especially like on an independent level, you don't really have any bullshit or musical help. It's just, it is what it is. Like there's nothing to hide behind. We got to put the work in, and it's, it feels good to like I said, flesh out these tunes and
that barn like makes it kind of cool because it definitely is. I mean, it's an old barn. It's all wood.
Mm-hmm.
They have string lights. Alex got married there. There's also that.
Oh, no shit. That's cool.
So
Yeah, a small detail there.
well,
I forgot. Yeah, that's how we.
Yeah,
I saw pictures and we needed a place to practice and we had a connection. We're like, yo, like But it's way awesome in there. It's like a cool spot to write tunes, and it really is. I mean,
it is.
Yeah,
and it's convenient right next. It's awesome, man.
People that Pendleton's like a little country town in Indiana. The population is literally, Wikipedia says around 4,000. I'm like, it's got to be more than that though, but maybe not.
It's on its way well over that for sure. I mean, it's definitely growing, but yeah, it's it does seem like it's a lot more than that. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So let's finish going around here. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Drew Eads. Do the road management and booking now from Madison, Indiana. Partnered at Red Bicycle Hall in Madison. Booked these guys. I got into booking pretty young. I just love music. Couldn't play worth the fuck. But so I did a lot of. I was passionate about music and did some booking and booked these guys and booked Alex again in October for an acoustic gig. And man, we just kicked it and felt like the right fit. And
so we introduced everybody and we talked a little about what instruments people played. You guys got any good road stories? Anybody who wants someone go first if you can think of one?
Oh, I got one actually.
Okay. Yeah, you go.
We were it was about February and it was negative 40 degrees.
Where the fuck is this?
This is
North
going
Pole?
from Nebraska to Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And it was early in the morning. We had a 7-hour drive, and I was driving. The guys were asleep. I was going about 30 miles an hour down the interstate and let up off the brakes and go sliding. And the trailer whips around, and we hit the median. Trailer flips. Everybody's okay. It's super cold, but cop comes and helps us out. The semi.
So the trailer flipped, but the
van did not.
flip.
Yeah. So all of a sudden we hear this cop's coming to help us. We're gonna get towed out of there. Everything's gonna be all right. Well, we hear this semi go, boom, smacks the cop car, drags the cop car to the front of, almost flips onto us. And keep in mind, it's like a tanker. Looks like a tanker.
God.
So, but it happened to have soap in it. But we didn't know that until afterwards, and we're all like freaking out, and there's cars sliding everywhere.
Is the tanker full of soap?
Yeah, but it looks like a gas tank. So we're like running away, and it's like 2 feet of snow, and we're not really dressed for it because we're in the hot, we're in the van, and it's 8 a.m. And it was. I think that's actually when Austin got a bunch of snow or
that freeze,
that same time.
Freeze.
Yeah, so That's probably my fondest memory with these boys.
We survived, by the way.
Yeah.
We did survive.
So the cop he was not in his car when it got railed.
Thank God he wasn't.
Yeah, because he might have been pretty fucked up.
Yeah, he would have been pretty fucked up. There was a lot of wrecks that day.
So how did they tow your trailer out and get it out of there, and then you guys just drove the van elsewhere?
Yeah, we just stayed at a local hotel and had some beverages and got the trailer the next morning and headed home. We didn't go to our gig in Minnesota.
Is it the same trailer that's out there now?
It is not.
I was gonna say, is that thing done for?
It actually didn't have a whole lot of damage.
Oh,
no,
really?
it's in Cody's driveway right now.
Yeah, we had there was a hole in the top that we duct tape and flex sealed, like just mad crazy, and then so it kept it fine. But yeah, we got we replaced it. It was hanging on by a thread.
Damn, well that's pretty nuts. You got anybody else? Another road story? Or what was that place you guys hit on the way here?
Yeah, that's. I mean, honestly, probably one of the coolest road stories we've had, and that happened yesterday.
Papa Joe's.
Experiences, fun times.
What was it?
Yeah, somebody else. I don't know.
It's this bar. What's the interstate? 30?
35.
35. That's right. It shows we're not from this.
Mm-hmm.
35.
It's a terrible road. 35. It's a terrible road, especially around Dallas.
Long story short, there's a country musician that I don't know if he was raised here or not. His name's Dale Watson. He's a honky tonk guy. He had a song called Where Do You Want It? And Billy Joe Shaver, I don't know, was it back in the 80s? Sometime back in the day, Billy Joe Shaver shot this dude in the face in the bar.
Is Billy Joe Schaefer, he's a musician?
Yeah, he's a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
70s and stuff. Waylon Jennings recorded a whole album of his songs, and yeah.
Is he from?
Yeah, he's from Texas.
From Texas.
Yeah.
Is he from Waco, or is that just a song?
I don't know.
Waco from Waco.
Yeah. But yeah, they got caution tape on the thing on the pole in the bar where he shot the dude.
Mm-hmm. Why did he shoot the guy? Do we know?
I think they, I was talking to somebody in there, and I guess they were married to the same or
it was a girl
chick or something, and he had the other guy who got shot in the face. That's just hilarious to say. Takes a pocket knife and stirs Billy Joe Shaver's drink, and he shoots him in the face.
Ooh.
And he goes to
harsh
court.
Retaliation for thanks for stirring my drink.
He goes to court and gets off the charge because Willie Nelson's in the audience and
really
helps out with that. So
that's
crazy. Did he act as his lawyer?
Yeah, I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he.
I don't know for sure, but I think.
Is this a bullshit story made by the bar?
No, it's real.
It's true.
The bar might have made it up, put the caution tape up, be like, this happened.
Something about using the self-defense, the knife or whatever that he had pulled out and was.
Guess you could stretch that to where
it was stretched, but
yeah.
But the bar, I will say, they're like, yeah, you want to stop at this place, and I hadn't heard that story, and then we're rolling up, and then we come over the hill, and there it is, and Alex there it is, and I'm like, I'm not going into that place. No way.
What's the name of the bar again?
Papa Joe's.
Text me that picture too.
Yeah,
and then
it's but it was
check it
man,
out.
it was an awesome play. It was it was a lot of fun.
Pretty surreal.
Had some beers.
It's a great spot.
Played some darts. Met some
darts.
locals and heard some real stories from from the spot from Shelly. She was giving the slow down. It was fun.
It was awesome.
I think something interesting to talk about would be you guys have all played in several bands, I would assume. What makes a good? You guys seem like you really like your unit right now, like you guys mesh well. But what makes a band good together, and how do you stay together? Like what? Why do you guys mesh well? Is it just you turn the instruments on and it vibes, or what?
It's we definitely all gel well playing wise, but we all get along great too. I mean, being on the road.
That's probably a big part of it, right? You got to spend a lot of time together, and that's why a lot of bands break up, right? Is because they can't stand each other.
A lot of musicians, they'll tell you that the hang is almost more important than how good of a player you are. You can be a phenomenal player, but if you can't be cool on the road, it's no one wants to be around that. So,
100%.
So we get along great. We have fun.
You guys all seem pretty chill. I mean, there's not a wild card in this group. I was thinking about texting Cody and being like, Is there anybody in the group that's just like, should I watch out for? But I didn't.
Well, yeah, you don't know when you just got a random band rolling through. No, yeah, we got a pretty good group of guys. Makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you figure out how to play with play music together. You figure that out, I think. But the hang. It's all about the hang, man. That's
cool.
Yeah, let's get in the van and drive around for a while, and
That's when you really get to know.
You'll know.
That's when you really
can
get to
do it
know
or not.
somebody.
Yeah.
That's a fucking nice van. Did you guys go in on that together or what? Like,
We usually get in it one at a time.
God bless Chevrolet or whatever, but 2019 15 passenger van that we have now, it has the features of a 2006. But it's, it gets us from place to place. It's expensive as all hell, but we would have nothing. We would have a trailer. We'd have to pull the trailer all the way here if we didn't have a fucking van. So
yeah, and it sucked to ride multiple vehicles everywhere, all over. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes it nice, man. Benches. Everybody gets their own bench.
Yeah.
I mean, seats are cool, but having a bench to lay down on, that makes it, huge difference.
Who does most of the driving?
Me and Drew.
Yeah, Alex and Drew.
So yeah, it must be fucking nice to be laying down on those benches.
Oh, that's no, it is.
I totally.
Yeah, hey, speaking of road stories, I will say that it is nice now that there's this many people, because our very first weekend, that's a good road story. Not to go back on it, but
yeah,
first weekend out was Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And so we had like 2 practices. Excuse me. We have 2 practices and just, kind of getting to know each other. And it's like hop in a van and drive 24 hours together. That was,
that's a weird experience.
That was a long, interesting trip. But yeah, that was, that drive back, that was tough. That was, everybody's just hanging on by a thread trying to make it,
Right.
Damn, that's a long way from Indiana to Vegas.
That was fun.
Hey everyone, this is your host Justin. I just wanted to thank everyone for listening and give those that are new to the podcast a reminder to please subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast player. If you're on YouTube, please like the video, share it with a friend. That helps us out. Thank you. Well, let's talk about the new album a little bit before we close it out here. So go ahead and tell me about it. How many songs are on it, or anything you want to say about it?
14 songs on the new album. It's been 4 years since the first album, which was called Better Than Myself. Came out in 2017.
Better Than Myself first album was the first second album?
Yes, and it's been a really long time, and I'm glad for that, because the song list has changed thousands of times in that time, and I'm glad that we've reached in my opinion, our strongest material. Thanks to, it was around when the first album came out, like I had no band or anything. I hadn't toured. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Still don't. Really. It's a growing process, like I said, but we're all
growing together.
Yeah, so the new album's called Waging Peace. And we did 14 songs, 13 originals, and then we did 1 bonus track.
Where do you guys record at?
We recorded at Ocean Way in Nashville.
Okay, so you go down to a recording studio, and what is that like when you go in there? Like, and I've seen video of people doing recordings, and sometimes it looks like sometimes people aren't recording at the same time, right? Like, are you guys recording at the same time, or do you go in the room with headphones on and play over what was already recorded and they put it together? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, so
we pretty much did it live though.
Yeah.
We did some overdubs and stuff, but we had
track the bulk live.
Yeah, 7 of us or so going at a time.
So
the time.
You pretty much did it live, and there were some overdubs, which is when you listen to a recording and you play on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it'll be kind of mix and match. You do it a handful of times, but we wasn't a whole lot of solo tracking, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
really.
it was great.
The Ben Fowler, he brought in 3 like session guys from Nashville, and they were total pros. Like went in, so it was fun. Like all of us being together, like we can kind of feel it a little bit as opposed to just going in by yourself or doing it from your living room. So
What does a session guy do?
They're hired musicians that producers or artists, they'll call them up like, hey, I want to make an album. I need a guitar player. So they'll come in, listen to demos, write up charts, and then go in and kind of work out a part and lay it down. So I think for them and for us, it was, mutually fun because we had this stuff worked up. They'd kind of help support our songs. And I'm thinking they were bad boys. Yeah, they were great players, and it was fun, man. It was cool.
Cool, yeah. Is that a pricey thing to do? I mean, going down there to Nashville and getting this recording done?
Yeah, I mean, the music industry itself takes a lot to, keep it going. So, yeah, going down to Nashville, I'd say so.
And you lived in Nashville for 7 years. Did you say that?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
10 or 11 years. And Cody, you were down there for how long?
Like just a year or so.
Just a year or so, yeah. And that's, I mean, is that just the place to go for country music? I mean, is that why everyone goes? Why you go down there?
I was gonna say I didn't even go. I didn't even go for country music. I was just cover band stuff. But
The road
as far
is the
as
place to go for country music.
yeah,
Whereas
as a singer songwriter, Alex, I don't know. Is that
There's a lot of great musicians,
Mike,
and there's still a lot of singer songwriters and artists out there respecting the
Get a little
genre.
closer.
Respecting the genre of country music.
Yeah,
There's still plenty of those, thankfully.
yeah.
But with all positivity, it's a inspiring place to be. Still, there's plenty of studios and things. It's just, it's not what it used to be, and maybe it wasn't even that back then either.
What do you mean by it's not what it used to be?
Well, as time changes, nothing's going to sound like 1967.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything's going to sound like the 60s in 2021. But it is important. Even I don't know. I feel like in the 90s country stuff, they still had roots, and we're still able to, push it to mainstream. Now it's. I mean, you know what it is.
Yeah,
Turn on the FM station, and it's unrecognizable.
yeah.
So it's great to stay independent, and like I said, nothing against Nashville. Actually, yeah.
Actually, yeah, something against Nashville.
But I mean, there's enough people out there that, respect the genre that, are able to keep us trucking along. We don't have to rely on, which I've had already been down that road before and learned the hard way with that, and many others have, and they're still doing it, is getting with these corporate major labels, like that's going to push the career along, and it's not. I mean, it comes down to the work ethic on the road and putting the time in musically to put out stuff with substance, because that's what people need, not stuff that's, force fed. Don't bore us, get to the chorus within 30 seconds. Just make money. That's not the way art should be treated.
Totally agree. I mean, that's why I like, bands like, we were listening to Primus the other day. It's so fucking weird. It's like one of the weirdest styles of music that hit the mainstream, and like Tool, very long songs, not your typical type of music. I like it when people do things their own way. It doesn't have to be all in a cookie cutter thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's great pop music out there. I mean, it's nothing against that. It's just with the genre of country music and even rock and roll stuff too. I mean, you have to have the roots attached somehow.
Cool.
Yeah.
One thing I'll ask you guys before we finish out here is I'm just curious about, do you get any weirdos after a show that come up to you, or like just like, I don't know, do people act weird and try to hang out with you and stuff like that?
Well, that's probably how they feel when I go up there and like, hey man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, Alex is the weirdest one on the road. Just like, tries to hang out with us.
You guys want to chill for a little bit? That's fucking weird ass.
No, I mean, people are interesting, man. Like and when you meet a bunch of random people from random places, there's always, interesting folks for sure, but it's
Everybody's cool.
yeah, everybody's cool.
Cool.
You get some assholes here and there, you get this and that here and there, but it's fun. It's fun to just be around a bunch of different people from different areas and stuff.
They're pretty chill.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely humbling to meet those people because they're traveling however far, paying whatever ticket price to come see us. So yeah, I always think it's cool afterwards when people are hanging out and talking and makes it more meaningful. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to watching you guys play tonight at Antone's. It's gonna be fun. Thanks for doing the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Hell
Thanks
yeah,
for
man.
having us, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, later, dudes.
yeah.
Later.
See you, bud. See you at the show tonight.
You be the judge, can't hold a grudge. You know that I talk too little, you know that I think too much. You be the first, don't mind being last. I'll be the loaded question you wished you'd never asked. 'Cause I got best laid plans and prophecies and an eagle you can pet. I got royal blood and symphonies that are running through my head. I got fields of gold that you can roll in a homemade cigarette. Might think you've seen it all, but you ain't seen nothing yet. I ain't seen nothing yet. There is a line you don't wanna cross. You might have just end up losing what's already been lost. Well, like a diamond ring. Well, tell me what's that cost? You might have just gone all in and bought more than what you thought. 'Cause I got